What's up, guys? Thanks so much for watching a Jaguars United film breakdown. We are breaking down the first round picks from the 2021 NFL Draft, Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne. Can't wait to take a deep dive into their film and see what they put on the tape in college. Before we jump into it, though, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Subscribe to YouTube. We do live shows where the chat gets involved and it gets real fun around here. And unless you get the notifications, it's hard to catch it because it's always at random times. So make sure to subscribe to the YouTube, get involved, be a part of Jaguars United. We have a lot of fun. And without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So the first person that we're going to jump into is obviously Trevor Lawrence. Like, it was a no-brainer that we were going to pick him, and it was obviously the great call because he's a generational type quarterback. Before we get into the film, just some few things about him. He's obviously 6'6". He's obviously 260. Dude's massive, right? His strengths are just, to me, his poise in the pocket. He can feel the rush around him, and he doesn't freak out. He kind of can see what's happening before it happens, and overall shows instincts that very few quarterbacks have the ability to do. There's one drawback. I mean, I was reading a scouting report, and one of his drawbacks is he sails the ball over his receiver's head. But to me, that's not really the issue with him. He trusts his arm a lot, and he will try to thread the needle into spots that sometimes gets him in trouble. Occasionally, he'll just make one read and throw. But I think it's a product of Dabo Swinney and the offense they ran in Clemson, which I hated, by the way. I mean, yeah, it produced a lot of rushing yards for Trevor Lawrence, but he took a lot of hits. And I know he's got a big frame, but ideally, I don't want my quarterback taking that many hits. I mean, over 40 games at Clemson, 758 completions for 10,000 yards, 90 touchdowns, 17 interceptions with 164 passer rating. I mean, that's amazing. 943 yards rushing, 18 touchdowns. The dude can do it all. And one of the things he does the best is he sets up the throw with the run. So in this game here, this is Ohio State Clemson 2019. I know it's 2020 the game was played, but it was the 2019 season. And basically what Trevor Lawrence does is his team around him was just absolute crap. The offensive line was crap and it was injured. The receivers were crap and they were injured. T. Higgins was good, but he was always hurt. They had another guy that was decent, that was always hurt. And basically it was down to him and Travis Etienne. So basically Trevor Lawrence had been destroying them all game with his feet, and they're going to basically make Trevor Lawrence throw, which is dumb here. I mean, they're obviously down. They're getting a little cocky here. So you see Ohio State's going to pretty much line up in their cover one shell. One deep safety in the middle of the field. These guys look like they're locked up in man. These guys, I mean, he's playing inside leverage. That's inside leverage. That tells me they're in man. Okay, so Trevor Lawrence is actually going to, if we keep this playing here, like, he's going to pre-snap. He's going to check the play to get a little more protection because he thinks they're going to blitz, and they've been hitting him all game. I don't blame him at all. But what's going to happen is Ohio State's actually going to drop into coverage here. So they're not dropping because they want to try to trick Trevor Lawrence. They're dropping because they're expecting him to run. So you're going to see these two linebackers are going to sit. We're going to see the end zone angle, and it's going to look even better. But watch this receiver at the bottom of your screen. I mean, he's going to just read him over the middle of the field, throw a dart on a post route in the middle of the field. I mean, an absolute dart. One of the things about Trevor Lawrence that makes him special is his, like, ridiculously fast release. He gets rid of the ball. I mean, again, another thing in the draft reports is the hitch in his throwing motion. Maybe I'm blind. I don't see it. I mean, he delivers the ball quick, decisive, on point. I mean, his accuracy, he's one of the most accurate quarterbacks I've seen in a long time. I can't say enough good things about Trevor Lawrence. Look at this end zone film view here. This looks like a blitz pre-snap. I mean, it looks like he's going to have problems in the A-gap. He's going to call a little protection change here. He sees him in the middle of the field, and he knows this post route middle of the field is going to be wide open if he can just get enough time in the pocket. Trevor Lawrence is good at extending the plays. But when he sees them sit here, like, this is the thing that Trevor Lawrence does. I mean, he does kind of pop his head to where his target, like, right away, but this is what all quarterbacks do. He's going to realize that he has a little bit more time than he thought. And he also is going to realize that his receiver here is going to be wide open on this post route. I mean, I don't see a hitch in that throwing motion. Do you? I mean, and look, before the receiver even cuts, he throws it right after the cut. Bam, 3rd and 10, converts, first down. One of my favorite plays from Trevor Lawrence. I like that he does that. I mean, a really good thrower, and I thought that was just a good play here. All right, here I like this play because this shows his ability to stay alive in the pocket, if you will. Virginia Tech, not the strongest defensive team, but they had some players on this team. And again, we're going to see Clemson kind of extend the play a little bit with the receiver. Again, the receivers weren't that good. I mean, they really weren't. I mean, you can say whatever you want about them. They just weren't. I mean, the team wasn't that great. He did not have a lot to work with. Him and Etienne literally did everything all the time. So what we're going to see here is Clemson's going to be lined up in there. It looks like 11 personnel. They have one H-back here, one running back here, and they're a little typical 2-by-1 or 1-by-2 split here. Virginia Tech's going to show cover 2 pre-snap. It looks like this guy's kind of rolling into a cover 3 sort of play here. Yeah, so they're basically going to end up into a cover 1 here. I mean, they're man here, man here, man here, one deep, middle of the field safety. So they showed cover 2 pre-snap, so Trevor Lawrence is going to be thinking that they're going to get a shell, cover 2 shell, but then they're going to roll into cover 3, cover 1, which could create some problems for Trevor Lawrence. He's expecting maybe some time in the pocket, and then here he's not going to get it. Virginia Tech's going to get pressure. He's going to make his next read here. So let's watch it again here. He's going to make his first read is out here to his running back. He's going to realize that it's not there. Keeps his eyes downfield. I mean, look at this. Keeps his eyes downfield. Sees his tight end in the middle of the field. Off balance, makes a throw. Perfect throw, middle of the field. His tight end is going to take it all the way down the field. Like, that was like a designed leak out route, but the play was not designed to go there. And Trevor Lawrence had to read what was going on here. Like, that's what I was kind of talking about. His poise, his acute awareness to see what's going on really distinguishes him from other quarterbacks. Look, they're blitzing this guy here from the edge, which a lot of teams did because Clemson's offensive line was unable to read protections. I mean, look at this guy. Completely blocking the wrong person. I mean, maybe it was designed that way, but this guard's kicking out to a outside edge rusher. I mean, that's bad news for Trevor Lawrence. But to keep his eyes downfield, he realizes what's happening here. The safety's hips are flipped the wrong direction. And he's going to deliver a perfect throw off balance to a tight end who makes a great play. Again, just one of the things that he does. Justin Ross was the other receiver. I was slipping my mind. Justin Ross was the other receiver. But I like his ability to go through his reads and do that. Let's look at another good throw here. So he's going to be playing Virginia here, and Etienne and Lawrence both had like career days against Virginia. I mean, maybe their defense isn't stacked, but this throw here doesn't matter. I mean, this throw maybe he has a little more confidence. I don't know, but here they're going to be lined up in there again. I mean, this is like a 10 formation. I mean, I guess I don't know if you want to call this guy a tight end. I mean, it depends on your verbiage here, but they're lined up tight, which is going to create some issues for the Virginia defense, obviously. Virginia's lined up in the looks like cover 2 shell here, so I'm going to try to keep everything in front of them. It's 3rd and 12. Defense coordinator's probably just saying, don't give up anything big. When Trevor Lawrence sees a cover 2 shell, he's automatically assuming that because they're playing 4 guys in that shell, the middle of the field will probably be open, as long as they don't roll into anything pre-snap here. Trevor Lawrence is going to make a call here. I believe here he's making the call like, okay, we're going to run this seam route right down the middle of the field. Even points to it. They identify the Mike linebacker here. They drop back into coverage here. Okay, so they showed blitz pre-snap. They're going to end up sending 3, maybe 4. Maybe this guy's coming. But the middle of the field should be covered here. Like, this isn't a throw that Trevor Lawrence would be thinking pre-snap they're going to make, but he trusts his arm so much that he can just stand in the pocket, deliver a dart in the middle of the field. I mean, an absolute beautiful pass. I mean, this receiver he's throwing to 6'2". So you're going to have a similar look with DJ Chark and Marvin Jones, but just his ability to I mean, look at that. That's a beautiful throw, middle of the field. I like it right there. I'll try to move through these pretty quick. Okay, I like this is going to show his like poise and awareness here to kind of make something out of nothing here. The play is going to be designed. Like, I have no idea what the play is designed. Again, I don't know what Dabo was doing, but this play is going to be designed to be like a double screen, right? So he's going to play action, fake screen, and he's going to send it back to Amari Rodgers, who's going to get upfield and make a play. Now, this was not where the play was designed to go. Not at all. I mean, who knows what was trying to happen? You have the zone read play action here. The fake out there is going to freeze this end. I mean, is he going to be able to get away with this against NFL defensive linemen? Like, if you have defensive linemen here in the NFL and he's in this position, like, it's not ideal, and for him to pump fake again. But then again, Miami was one of the best defensive lines they played. I mean, Roche was out there, Phillips was out there in this game, and they had some talent out there. And I mean, he's basically playing chicken with these guys. Finds an arm angle here that is not natural, which is great. I mean, you love to see that little sidearm release there. Makes a little sidearm release to Amari Rodgers. He's going to catch the ball. It might have got tipped. He's going to get upfield, get the first down. I mean, just his ability to kind of make something out of nothing. Beautiful to me. So many good things about Trevor Lawrence. These clips can't do it justice. There's no possible way. We'll look at one play. I mean, we got to look at one play that maybe he could have done better here, just to be fair, right? This is gonna be 4th and 4. They're kind of going for it, and like this is where you go for it on your own 40, right? Miami's gonna line up again in this one high look. I mean, this could be like a cover 6. I'm not sure really. I'm not in their defensive huddle, but when I saw this and I saw where Trevor Lawrence was lined up, and I saw his right foot kind of back here pre-snap, I was kind of scared that he was gonna throw this out route to this receiver up here, and I didn't want him to. But pre-snap, I'm thinking, I think that's what he's keying. And I wasn't the only one that keyed that. And I mean, look at his feet set up here. He's like ready to throw this quick out. Takes a 1-step drop. He's going to set his back foot, and the route just gets absolutely jumped here. Now, Clemson's going to get super lucky because the guy not only drops the ball, but the ref on 4th down is going to say that Roche lined up off sides here. But I mean, he's got to clean this up. These little snap throws he makes, he's got to be able to either throw it quicker or not tip it off to the defense. Either way, I'm so excited about Trevor Lawrence, one of the most exciting draft prospects that I've seen in a long time, especially for the Jags coming out. I mean, the dude is like rated one of the highest quarterbacks ever coming out for a reason. He's got some work to do, but all quarterbacks do, and he's going to get handed the reins. And I like the fact that he was given Travis Etienne because, like I said, him and Etienne did everything last year for Clemson. I mean, he had no help, and they've still won a lot of games, and he was still very productive. So all in all, Trevor Lawrence, I'm super pumped. Best pick Jags I've ever had. I can't wait to see what he does for us. Now, the Jags picked up Travis Etienne at number 25, making it their 2nd pick in the 1st round. And a lot of people initially were pretty confused about the pick, just given that James Robinson was so successful last year. And it makes sense. And it took me a second to kind of wrap my brain around like why they would take a running back in the 1st round when you have so many needs and you have so many holes on this team. But then I started kind of thinking about it, and I started thinking about what they're doing and the players they're picking up. And then it kind of dawned on me that, like, we love James Robinson, but Urban Meyer has no allegiance to James Robinson. It's not Urban Meyer's guy. I mean, in fact, none of these guys that did well for us last year mean anything to this coaching staff. So they're looking at setting up the pieces that they want for their offense. And if that's more servings of Travis Etienne than James Robinson, like, I think we got to learn to be okay with that. And after watching the film, like, I am. I liked Etienne as a player. Just, again, wasn't sure about the pick, where he was at. But, I mean, looking at what he can do well, again, I kind of talked about Trevor Lawrence. Etienne is the other half of Clemson's offense. It really, I mean, T. Higgins did some. Ross did some as a receiver, but it was basically those two guys. And when things got down and dirty and they had to win, those two guys would have to pop off. And that's what they did here. And in fact, in the big games, like the games against Ohio State, the championships games, like Etienne was the guy that really stepped up in that position. 4,900 yards rushing for his career at Clemson. I mean, that's insane. I mean, 1,100 yards receiving for a running back. I saw plays where Etienne would line up literally on the outside, and he would just run a vertical, and Trevor Lawrence would throw it up to him. Like, he's that guy. He's not just a running back. Like, he also can run routes, like kind of like an Alvin Kamara type. And everybody wants an Alvin Kamara type on their team, and he could be that. So, again, I liked this film because this was Chase Young. This was who else was on this Ohio State defense? Sean Wade, Jeff Okudah, like all those guys were in this game. So, I mean, it was good to see this defense. I mean, Devon Hamilton might have even been there, right? So, on this play, we're going to see Clemson's down. They really weren't doing a great job scoring against Ohio State. And we're going to see Etienne's ability as a runner to really make plays. So, we'll let it play out here. A little screen out to Etienne. He's going to make one defender miss. He's going to get upfield. You call that a broken tackle. Uses his athleticism and speed just to score here. Again, Etienne was like the entire offense in this game. Like, he really, really went off, and he really had a great season. He really had a great career at Clemson. And people want to say, oh, the familiarity between Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne. Yeah, that's probably part of it. But I like his style of play better than that, right? I love the fact that he runs the inside zone out of shotgun. If you think back to Urban Meyer and what he did with Ezekiel Elliott at Ohio State, he ran a lot of inside zone out of shotgun, and Etienne's going to do that. And I think that's what Urban Meyer's going to want to try to do. His balance and his strength, he might be the most balanced running back in this year's draft class. So we're going to see this screen again. I mean, this linebacker was responsible for him. But asking a linebacker to tackle Etienne in space, I mean, he has no shot. He tries to play it outside. He tries to beat it with speed. It's not going to work against Etienne. Etienne's going to get upfield. I mean, this is some horrible defense trying to get off blocks. But in any ways, I mean, he gets down the field and he scores a touchdown. And that's just something that he can do here. All right, here's another play here that I want to show you from that same game. Again, I'm crazy about this game. It really showed some weaknesses in some of their game, that's why I'm here, right? I want to see everything. So here we're going to get a play call from the sideline. He's going to change it up. Clemson's going to be in a very abnormal spread type offense here, right? You have two receivers pretty far out wide. Usually they like to play them tight. They're 11 personnel with one tight end here, one running back. And this was a huge play. It's a huge turning point. It's just 3rd and 2. Lawrence is going to make a great pitch to the outside. Etienne's going to fight off a defender, get his foot back into the dirt, cut up field, and score a touchdown. Now, I mean, this was obviously an amazing play when you just take it on the surface for what it is. But when you really slow it down and see what actually happened on this play, I mean, he turned a 3rd and 2, going to kick a field goal if they don't convert, and turn into a touchdown. This is a great play here. They're going to read Chase. They're going to read this edge right here. They're going to pitch it out. And, I mean, he's dead to rights right here. I mean, there's no reason why he should get a first down. Etienne's going to use his strength to fight off one defender. And this is my favorite part about it. When he changes directions, he doesn't dance and he doesn't try to make people fall over. He sticks his right foot in the dirt right here, and the dude gets into the end zone. Right foot in the dirt, gets in the end zone. I mean, that's what I like to see, man. I mean, his strength, his balance. I mean, he literally turns plays around because of his ability to do these things. All right, this next one is against Virginia. I know Virginia's, man, they had a lot of film here. But I think Etienne set a school record for receiving yards. I'm not sure if it was by a running back or by a receiver, but he set a record in this game against Virginia. This is one of my favorite plays from the game, for sure. He's going to get just a little inside zone here. I mean, they're going to do a little misdirection play. Amari Rodgers is going to come out here and try to take some people with him. And he's going to get in here, keep his balance, break a bunch of tackles, this little spin move that he does to keep balance, and scores. I mean, this takes amazing athleticism. This takes the ability to keep your center of gravity low. And for someone that's his size, like, that's hard to do. And I really look forward to Travis Etienne doing that in Jacksonville. Like, people that say he's going to be just a 3rd down back, like, I disagree. I think he's going to be going to play a lot of snaps. I mean, look at his ability. I mean, he's patient. He waits for his blockers to get in front. Doesn't let tacklers just arm tackle him. You cannot arm tackle Travis Etienne. And I know the NFL are going to be better tacklers than Virginia. I'm not naive, but you still like to see that type of gameplay when he does that. All right. I like this one too. This one's from the Syracuse film. I was hoping to see Andre Cisco in this game. He didn't play, of course, but it's okay. So here we're going to see again, Clemson's going to do their they love doing misdirection and play action and things like this. Etienne's going to be lined up where he is here. They're lined up pretty tight. This isn't a great defensive call, in my opinion, by Syracuse. Then he's just going to get the inside zone here. Nothing fancy, nothing special. He's going to take the ball, and, like, there's no gap here. There's no gap. Like, the 65 has not sealed his blocker, and there is no gap. Yet Etienne's going to find a way to get through, keep his balance, get upfield, accelerate, put his foot in the dirt, and get in the end zone. Like, this is what Etienne does. He keeps his balance. He's fast. He's really athletic. I mean, we know these were things about him, but he is definitely a first-round talent. And if you think that he's not, like, go back and watch the film. I mean, he single-handedly carried his team to a lot of wins and a lot of victories last year just because of his ability to kind of do things when he wanted to. So I'm super excited about him. I like him in this offense. I think it was a great pickup. I liked Etienne. I mean, I heard that they wanted Tony and got Etienne instead, but that's fine with me. Look, I mean, they're similar players. They make guys miss. They score touchdowns. They do things out of the backfield. They do things down the field. They can run routes. They can get open. Look, Trevor Lawrence didn't have anybody that could run a good route last year, and it was just Etienne. They had to basically do it all. I didn't like Clemson's scheme of, but I mean, they were just trying to get each other the ball, and it worked out. Overall, super excited about these two guys. Shout out to the Jaguars for making the film review very easy because I got to just watch the same team, which was, thank you very much. That was awesome. But I had a lot of fun doing it. So super excited about this too. I mean, if I'm giving him a grade, I give him an A+. I knock it out of the park. Trevor Lawrence, best prospect I've seen in a long time. Etienne, a dynamic offensive playmaker, which is what I've been harping on all offseason. We've got to get playmakers in here that can score touchdowns, and Etienne does that. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching this film breakdown, Jaguars United. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you can get notifications when we put the next video, when we do live shows. I can't wait to break down the next picks, the second round, third round, fourth round, all the other picks that we have. I'm super excited about cutting up the film on those guys. Make sure to subscribe, follow all the social media and all that stuff. We'll see you next time. As always, go Jags.